Hello everyone, welcome you all in this session. Myself, Assistant Professor Viktor Gupta from LJ School of Law. Today I am going to take subject of rehabilitation of criminals, and today's topic of discussion is tender of pardon to accomplice. So what is the meaning of this section, tender to pardon to accomplice? In this section, if in any crime, if any witness who is directly or indirectly relating with this case, if he agrees to open all the knowledge that he has of the case and agrees to become a witness for the case, then he may be given to tender of pardon. That means he may be given to be relaxation in his punishments. That is the section 306 of the CRPC. It says tender of pardon to accomplice. So now we'll see how this is related to our subject. Our subject related to rehabilitation of criminals. Here the concept is, if the criminal wants to change himself and he wants to help the judiciary or the state by giving all the evidences, all the statements, all the knowledge that he has of the case, then we should give him pardoning in the punishment, that we should lesser his punishment in the prescribed manner in the code. So this is about the kind of a pardoning to the criminals who wants to change themselves or wants to help the state. So this is all about section 306 of the CRPC. So subsection 1 of 306 reads that with a view to obtaining evidence of any case. So here, for obtaining the evidence or the statement, if the judiciary, that is magistrate, chief judicial magistrate or the metropolitan magistrate, at any stage of investigation, if that person agrees that I will give you the full information about the case, then he may agree with that person and may tender him this pardoning. So here the magistrate, at any point of the investigation, if that person agrees to the magistrate that I am ready to give all the information, and then by depending on this statement, he can give him his pardoning in his punishment. So now subsection 2 of 306, it says that this section applies to any offence triable exclusively by the Court of Session, by the Court of Special Judge appointed by the Criminal Amendment Act 1952. So basically, when Court of Session is empowered for this section, and any offence punishable with imprisonment which may extend to 7 years or with more than 7 years. So any punishment which is imprisonment for 7 years or more than 7 years. So after pardoning him the punishment, every magistrate has to record his reason for pardoning, that why he is giving his tender of pardoning. Then he also need to write whether that tender was accepted by that accused or not, or that person or not, that offender or not. And lastly, if accused of the case wants the copy of this report, then we should provide him at free of cost. So here there should be a proper reporting of tendering of pardoning by the magistrate, and that copy also should be shared with the accused of the case. Now, after giving him tender of pardoning, that person who has accepted the tender of pardoning shall be examined as a witness in the court of magistrate, taking cognizance of the offence in the subsequent trial. So now the magistrate has to take that person as a witness, that you now had to record your statement as a witness, and you shall be become a witness for that particular case, and then also in that subsequent trial. And if that person is on bail for that particular offence, then that person should be again taken into custody for that particular case till that his termination of the punishment, termination of his trial. So during the trial, that person has to be in the custody, and he should record his statement during that trial. And after that, the magistrate then take cognizance of the offence and shall making without any inquiry to commit the trial. So now after taking his statement, this is a prime evidence now for the magistrate. So without taking any kind of inquiry further, he should start to commit to trial. So now the Court of Session or the Magistrate of Metropolitan Metropolitan Court has to start trial, and if that trial is going to be in higher court, then he should commit that trial to another court, or should start making trial of that court. So rather than wasting time on the inquiry and this inquiry and investigation format, they should start committing the trial, because now they have the witnesses of the case who has full knowledge of the case. So in that particular section we have discussed about the tender of pardoning the accomplice. Basically, when any witness or any offender who is party to offence is ready to give his statement of the offence, of every knowledge that he has about the offence that has been committed, and is ready to be a witness and surrender himself, then he can be given a tender of pardoning. In that, he has to become a witness for this particular case, and till the trial is going to terminate, he has to be record his statement, and everything should be in subsequent to the trial. And this has been empowered to the Court of Session or Magistrate of Metropolitan Court. They can pass this pardon of tender to accomplice. So this is all about this section 306. Thank you.